All right. 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 So it took me a while to speak on this. I don't know why it took me a while to speak on this, but yeah, listen, shout out to everybody, man. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button. But I've been peeping in like little by little. I say in the past uh last couple years, I say more than a couple years, past like midway through the past 10 years of like what's been going on in like WWE and shit, bro. Like, but and I've been paying attention, and I had to finally catch up because I got the app now. I had the WWE app and all that shit, and then they went to whatchamacallit. Then the network went to Hulu, Peacock, all that. But I had to finally get caught up with what was happening. But everybody is it's not as fresh because I kind of waited for everything to die down. And basically I did watch the Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber was actually good. It was actually real good. From beginning to end. So got some good pay-per-views from beginning to end and everything. There's nothing that really surprises me anymore in WWE. You know what I'm saying? And this is not one of them. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna be one of the people to say, yo, I told you like I saw this coming because I've been paying attention. Like what people gotta understand is that John Cena, like outside of The Rock and Hulk Hogan, John Cena is the only person that made the transition from inside the ring to outside the ring that they made. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin tried to do it, like in terms of the movies and everything. I mean, he kind of hit. Goldberg tried to do it, but John Cena is the one that's like closest to them, bro. Like in terms of like he didn't really need that W. He got to the point where he didn't really need that WWE check, but at the same time, his run was just as prominent as like The Rock or Hulk Hogan. You know, Hogan got booed on the Netflix on the Netflix premiere, so that was a whole nother thing. I ain't really gonna get into that. But the John Cena heel turn, bro, like if you've been paying attention to the interviews on CVV clips or whatever, if you've been paying attention to John Cena inside and outside the ring and behind the scenes for the past 20 some years, you would have seen this shit coming like I did. There's three things about this heel turn that people need to understand. First, there's no Vince around. So things are subject to change. A lot of guys would have did like that, did things with Vince. They doing things now that they wouldn't have never did when Vince was around. It's something that Michael Cole was saying on his interview with Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? So these is things, man. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I ain't gonna really balance it out and try to say it like it ain't nothing, but it is what it is. Excuse me. Second, what people got to realize is that John Cena's spot as the ultimate, I guess, good guy, the ultimate baby face has been taken. It's been taken by his opponent. I mean, since Cody Rhodes has come back from AEW or whatever, a company that he helped build, and get upstart from the ground up with the cons. Vince, that was the last person that Vince brought back before Vince ended up eventually getting up out, and it hit with the crowd immediately. He was the ultimate good. He's the ultimate good guy, and the run that's going to be most remembered from Cody Rhodes is his run when he finally turns heel. Now, is it going to be now? No, but they got to find somebody to take his spot as a babyface. You know what I'm saying? So they got to find somebody to take his spot as a good guy. The thing is, John Cena for the last 20 something years has did everything that Cody is doing now. So that's kind of why the heel turn was kind of open for him to do. It was open. It's wide open. All them Make-A-Wish kids, bro, like they wishes was already made. They wishes was already made, bro. Like they've been trying to turn people. They've been trying to turn multiple people on the main roster today, and a lot of people that's follow my channel, they not gonna know who the main roster is. They've been trying to turn a lot of people in, give a lot of people John Cena's role. You know, John Cena from being a mainstay on the roster from 2002 to about 2016, 2017 around that mid part. You know what I'm saying? The third thing is outside of Elimination Chamber, when is the last time John Cena actually won a match? I ain't gonna look it up because I forgot to look it up before I got on here, man. I kind of got a little lazy with this because this video kind of been on my mind for a minute. But yeah, I'm about to make another video after this. I gotta start reacting to some shit that was low key been being said and this, that, and the third and everything. So that's what I gotta start doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do that in due time. So you gotta ask yourself that. So if you do follow WWE a bit and you tune into this video, you gotta ask yourself a couple of these questions. Which brings me back to the point I was trying to make about uh, uh Cody Rhodes being the ultimate 100% good guy right now. The thing is, you gotta find you find yourself, if you Triple H, you gotta basically create heels for him. Last year, The Rock basically had to pivot when Cody first brought him out last year. The Rock basically had to pivot into a heel position. He had to pivot into a heel position because Cody Rhodes initially wanted to give up that spot at WrestleMania, but then turned back around, and then Rock was like, "Nah, nah, 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 nah. I'm gonna just turn Hollywood. I'm gonna just go back to Hollywood Rock," and that's what ended up creating the Final Boss. So the Final Boss run is kind of helping Cody a bit, but with the Rock schedule, you know, the Rock can only be like the heel to Cody Rhodes only but a couple of times. You know, the Rock being on the board of directors with TKO, he basically somewhat could play Vince. He could play that Vince role that Vince likes to play around WrestleMania time. So it is what it is. Second, and like I said, you basically got to create heels, create believable heels, and create a interesting storyline to where somebody turns their back on Cody. I mean, how many times did John Cena walk into WrestleMania going up against a guy or like as a baby face, to like a lot of the PG fans and a lot of the kids that they was trying to pour whatchamacallit down his throat. Another reason why me personally, I think this is a bit personal for John Cena. I think it is. You got to think back to all of the John Cena sucks chants. You got to think back to all of the boos that he would come into when he would come into an arena as a babyface. It was a 10-year period. It was a 10-year period of John Cena walking into arenas with the never give up shirt on and hustle, loyalty, respect. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I thought John Cena should have always stayed heel, but Vince saw in him what he saw in Hulk Hogan, and basically John Cena winded up turning into the Golden Goose. But I thought John Cena was way too Boston for that, and I think John Cena eventually, played the role of, you know, hi, the gentleman role and shaking hands and, making wishes. And he did that for the better half of 20, 21 years, or 20 something years. But I will tell you this. If Thugonomics John ain't coming back, man, I really don't really care for this. Cause it's been a week. John Cena was supposed to show up to he's supposed to show up to some Monday Night Raws this month. I think he's scheduled for some Monday Night Raws. So the tour is still going on. The farewell tour is still going on, but you got to understand what John Cena went through as a babyface, because the whole PG era was to bring more kids in and bring more family friendly people in to basically cheer for John Cena. And when they did that in '08, I mean, it kind of made the John Cena sucks chants and the boos louder. Like, it was almost at a point where, like, if heels was like some of the worst scum of the scum heels that was going up against John Cena, they would get louder pops than John Cena. You know what I'm saying? This should go all the way back to the feuds with Edge. Outside of Boston, John Cena was not cheered by most. He wasn't revived by most, revered by most. The hardcore fans did not give two damns about John Cena. And John Cena has some brutal matches. He been in some brutal matches, man. Like, listen, Big Match John, Super Cena. I think he earned those titles. And I mean, a lot of people didn't really care for John Cena's wrestling style. But I mean, I gotta give him his just due. Gotta give John Cena his just due, I guess, for the most part. I mean, I'm not like, the thing is, nowadays you could flip flop your way to longevity, in my opinion. It's the ways to preserve yourself to longevity. You could shortcut your way to longevity. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I'm just saying from my perspective, just kind of giving all of like the facts and all of the little things that I kind of see that led up to what happened last week at Elimination Chamber. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is that they needed some type of heel for Cody Rhodes to go against, bro. Like, I mean, if you look at from the time that Cody Rhodes came back, they needed somebody for him to like consistently feud with. They've been making storylines for Cody Rhodes. The storyline with him and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins had to be the scum of the earth for him to feud with. Roman Reigns in that run that he had when they basically spoon fed the whole damn WWE universe and shoved it down their throats for 4 years. You know, that he had needed somebody to beef with. You know what I'm saying? The new bloodline with Solo, they need somebody to beef with. Yo, somebody to like to consistently boo. All of them dudes got booed when they was going up against Cody. I can't. And then nobody is getting cheered going up against Cody. So Cody has to be that goody two shoes politician looking baby face. It's a lot for him to fight for. It's a lot for him to be good for right now. You know, he got a young family, you know, and he's basically living off of the good memory of his pops, you know, so it makes sense. And basically he's doing things that his pops was supposed to do in WWE, was supposed to do. Because Vince did want Dusty Rhodes. I mean, it's in the documentary on Netflix. Vince talked about it. He wanted Dusty. He wanted him. So it's in there. Vince talked about that. You know what I'm saying? But to get back on John Cena has endured people wearing "I hate John Cena" shirts in front of him, ringside. There's a clip of it. There's a clip of people wearing that in his face, and he had to like basically take a deep breath, suck it up, and you know, this was a dude that had to find his character after coming out of OVW, the original OVW, with him, Randy Orton, Batista, and of course Brock, and somebody that we ain't gonna probably never ever see again in a WWE ring, and that's Brock Lesnar. And he had to endure that. To me, the whole "you can't see me" thing, bro, like was really directed at the fans. A lot of people don't even know, bro. The whole "you can't see me," y'all can't see me. It's okay. It's okay. Y'all hating on me. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't remember 2003 John Cena. I do. I remember that version of John Cena. John Cena used to come out, and Stephanie McMahon figured out that he could rap. He could put some bars together. He was like, "Yo, why don't you put that in your character?" And to me, that character was the most authentic because after the first night when John Cena was smack Kurt Angle and opened up the ruthless aggression era, like the ruthless aggression era, but listen, was in large part supposed to belong to John Cena, and I think it did. But the fans wasn't all in. The fans wasn't all in on that act though. And when John Cena first tried to turn into a good guy, not everybody was all in. But my thing is, I think the WWE just said, you know what, let's push it anyway. But I think John Cena, to his detriment, tried to fall too deep in that push. I think it should have been more anti-hero. But 20 something years go on and you just kind of go with it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of go with it. But John Cena, now when John Cena brings out the rap gimmick, it's more of, you know, it's kind of passe. You know what I'm saying? You can't go back to wearing throwbacks in the chain gang no more. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so we might not. I don't know if we will see Thugonomics John Cena. Might see a John Cena that's like, all right, let me tag along with The Rock, because The Rock, I'm closer to The Rock. I'm closer to being what The Rock is than I am to anything else. At least in the past 20 years. But I mean, he did 20 years of hustle, loyalty, respect. 20 years. That's more than I could say for Ant, but for a lot of people. Shit, Undertaker gave you the same gimmick for 30 years, basically. He gave you the same gimmick for 30 years and it worked. And it worked and it's still working. Every now and again he'll go back to American Badass. But when them bells toll, them pops is loud, and them pops is always as loud. Now every time you see the Undertaker, it's a return. Every time you see John Cena, it's a return. But this tour, and I'm gonna get back to my last point about this tour, bro. Like this tour realistically is about one number, and that number is 17. John Cena has the chance to get championship, get his 17th world championship, major championship, world heavyweight championship, whatever you want to call it. And I think eventually he will get it. I think eventually he will get it. Um, I wanted to be certain that he was gonna get the WWE title. A lot of people didn't think it was gonna be this way, but desperate times calls for desperate measures. And believe me, this is a desperate measure. It's a desperate measure for John Cena to basically come out and basically do this. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Um, just to punch on a little bit of the rest of the storylines that's going on. Jay Cargill's storyline is one of those. It's kind of lukewarm. I felt like they could have did it a little bit better. Kind of lukewarm. EO Sky is going. It's time to start putting some respect on EO Sky, because EO Sky. I've been somewhat following her from the NXT brand, and listen, EO Sky is like that. I watched a couple of her matches. Watched a couple of them the Money in the Bank matches, and man, this little Japanese girl is out of line. I ain't gonna lie, man. She's just doing shit. I mean, I say everything that Oscar did. If anybody remember Oscar, I think she's taking Oscar and Carrie Sane, like basically like their whole She kind of really took everything that they had, like a little bit, not everything, but a little bit of the stuff that they had from each one, and kind of fused it in. Because this girl could jump off the top rope. She could do shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that girl ain't afraid of no, ain't afraid of nothing in the sky. But I ain't gonna lie, she took some crazy bumps in them Money in the Bank matches, them ladder matches. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of them shits was like, what the fuck? Like Michael Cole was saying, somebody need to call the paramedics. So, but I think John Cena eventually is gonna win his 17th title this year, and that's gonna be that. I mean, that's basically gonna be the tour. The way I see this shit ending, I see this shit ending exactly how Trish Stratus last singles match ended. Um, Notice that Trish came back and she turned on Becky, and a couple of years ago, and she had that cage match where her and Becky basically tore the house down at in that cage match. She went in all hill, but she came out of it a lot more respected, a lot more, you know, a lot more everything, man. I don't think people. Uh, I think John Cena is trying to be like, yo, you hate me, but you gonna miss me. You gonna miss me when I'm gone. Well, I mean, yes. I mean, the WWE, in terms of like the legends and all the old school people, whatever, like people that haven't seen it in a while, bro. Like, listen, the fan base could get real nostalgic. WWE fan base could get real nostalgic. Hardy Boys came to NXT and they the TNA Tag Team Champions, and automatically pop, pop is somebody you ain't see in a long, long time that gave you that feeling when they was there and they was a mainstay on the roster. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be the same for John Cena. So that's what I see. But I'm actually looking forward to these next couple of weeks, man. For those of y'all that don't know, WrestleMania falls right around the time of my birthday. Um, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for those times, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I could use some extra ends. Cause I low key want to do a lot of shit my birthday month. My birthday month, I'm supposed to, in the perfect world, man, I'm supposed to go down to Texas, see my lady, man, try to get a new place. Then after that, I'm supposed to go to the NFL draft, go to WrestleMania in Vegas, and then fly to motherfucking Green Bay, and then go to NFL draft in a perfect world with some perfect money. But it only look like I might be able to do one of those. So, but I don't know, man. I listen. I'll figure something out. But yeah. Until then, I'ma holla at y'all. I just wanted to get my 2 cents on this John Cena thing and how it all ended up, man. So I'ma holla at y'all, man. Peace.